What would you do if you are loyal to your sister and all you demand is for her to trust and believe that you will always have her interest at heart? But she decided to not see your loyalty and honesty and chose to fight you because of love for someone else? That is the story of Omo and Ao, a tale of two sisters. There was a village called Tunton under the ancient Oyo Empire, a village well known by all for its accommodation, commerce and fresh environment powered by hills and vibrant forests which surrounds the village. In this village, there lived two sisters, Omo and Ao, both inseparable, sharing laughter and secrets, believing in each other's capability, and served as support for each other. It was not only their bond that made them remarkable and confidant of each other. It was a treasure, a radiant crystal known as the Egbin, inherited from their grandmother. The Egbin glow with its colors shifting with the sisters' emotions. It possesses incredible powers, granting wishes, revealing truths, and even healing. The villagers revered the Egbin, but it also incited envy. Whispers of its power spread like wildfire, drawing attention from far and wide. As the sisters grew older, they began to realize the Egbin's potential. They used it to bring joy to their village, curing ailments, helping crops flourish, and fostering love among the townspeople. Their benevolence only deepened the villagers' admiration and jealousy. Despite their selfless deeds, a rift began to form between Ao and Omo. They started to view the Egbin not as a shared blessing, but as a means to elevate their own status. Ao wished to use the stone to gain knowledge, desiring the wisdom to rule wisely, while Omo yearned for money, love, and wanting to be adored by all. Imagine what we could achieve, Ao. With the Egbin, we can be the most powerful sisters in the world, Omo exclaimed one evening. Power isn't everything, Omo. We must use it wisely, Ao replied. We should protect its magic, not exploit it. As you'd agree that the allure of power was intoxicating, Ao began to research ancient texts, seeking ways to unlock Egbin's full potential, while Omo charmed the villagers, using her beauty and wit to win their hearts. Each sister started to keep secrets, the distance between them growing with every whispered ambition. There was a day a merchant named Sul arrived in Tunton, with tales of cities in other parts of the world heavily blessed in gold and treasures beyond imagination. He captivated the sisters with promises of riches. He offered to buy Egbin from them. Think of the power we could wield, sisters. We could be queens of our own realm, Sul urged, his eyes gleaming with greed. Ao hesitated. We can't sell it. It's part of us, a part of our family. Omo couldn't bear her sister hesitating not to sell hers. She felt this was a lifetime opportunity, but she was held back by her sister's decision. She could have sold hers, but she's more respected and approachable among the two. This was what she didn't want to lose. She felt she might be richer, but her sister will have what she couldn't since she would be the only person who can save the ill, flourish farm produce among many other importance of having Egbin in your possession. The only problem is that you can't get rich from it, as you are to only accept whatever you are offered as a means of thanks. On a merry Friday, the people of Tunton village were celebrating their traditional New Year. It was a custom to receive visitors and tourists from nearby and faraway villages and town. They all came to grace the event. Among the tourists was Ota. He looked so confident, good communicator, charming and broad-shouldered with tall height. It wasn't a brainer to conclude that every lady around wanted a man like that, as he caught the attention of everyone. On his way to an event organized for young men to participate in wrestling, he ran into Omo, who was also on her way to the event. He couldn't but notice she was so beautiful, and a lady like her can be a woman made for him. They got talking, and there he informed her he was just going as a spectator, but her beauty caught her attention, and will like to go her way. They both laughed it off. So many lady felt bad that Omo had taken all they were always dreaming of, and this enviness had made them resent her. Omo felt everyone was jealous of her, even when an elderly woman in the village informed her that Ao was seen with several other ladies. She counted such allegation as a plot to cause issues between them. She once supported Ota against her sister when Ao came to her and informed her that Omo was asking her out. She laughed, insulted her sister, and claimed that she knew that they had been having issues, but she never thought that Ao could go any length just to turn her happiness into sorrow. Ao was very pained for her sister's remark, and this further widened their distance. Though Ota was not living around, He always ensured to come visit Omo for 5 days every month, bringing foodstuffs, clothing and many other gifts. Omo was quite obsessed with him. She always looked forward to seeing him again. One raining weekend of such Ota's visitation, Ao was passing by Omo's room, and there he saw Ota holding Omo's egg bin, looking at it with a face mixed with lust and delight, like someone who had just conquered a desire. Startled by what she saw, Ao felt something was wrong. Only her and Omo can hold on to the precious stone. If anyone else must hold it, they must be present and approve of it. The blood of anyone who does that will drain within seconds. But she couldn't find Omo anywhere. Then, she remembered she had come across an explanation in her research that such could happen if the third person had the desire to steal it, and the person will need to apply palm oil on her palm for it to be successfully done. With this discovery, she felt something was wrong, and this had been troubling her mind till evening and later at night, to the extent that she couldn't sleep. Earlier in the evening, she excused Omo from the room and asked her where she went during the day, leaving only Ota in the room. "I only left for the toilet once. Hope no problem," Omo replied. With the fear that Omo might not be able to understand her, Ao replied that there was no problem and hint her to ensure that she's vigilant of her stone. After reading and trying to sleep around 1 a.m., Ao heard Omo's door opened and closed. She believed that was Ota, and then she decided to peep through her window. There she saw Ota with his sack on his head. She thought something was wrong. She went into her sister's room, found her sleeping and called to wake her up. "Where is your boyfriend?" she asked Omo. Omo replied that she did not know. Ao explained what she discovered in the evening and how she saw him walking out at. She started looking for her precious stone but couldn't find it. They both went out in search for him but couldn't find him for over 5 days. Omo felt bad, thinking of how she was going to become a laughingstock since she had lost the 2 important flecks she once had. Ao felt bad for her and tried finding out if it was possible to get back the stone. She was able to discover that it can only be recovered if the 2 of them hold on to it and demand for the return of the second one. They did as instructed. By the 7th day, Sul, the merchant who was trying to compel them to sell the jewelries to him and Ota, came knocking at their door. Upon sighting them, with a very furious voice, Omo asked for her stone, which was given back to her. She, however, demanded why they were in her house together and how they got to know each other. It was Sul that answered, sounding quite inaudible. He claimed that Ota was his son and he planted him to be able to steal the stones since they were not willing to sell to him. He said since he observed the distance between the 2 sisters, he believed that was a good opportunity to make use of. He felt selling it to a more civilized part of the world could fetch him a luxury, but he couldn't make the trip due to sickness. Now, he was advised to return it for his good health to be restored. Omo looked at Ao. She felt there should never have been a reason for her to doubt how much she loved her, how much she should have trusted her, and the need for her to know that she would always have her interest at heart. With remorse written all over her, she pleaded sorry for her misdeed. Lessons. 1. Power and greed can corrupt. Sul and Ota's desire for the Egbin's power led them to deceive and manipulate. 2. Trust and communication are essential. Omo and Ao's bond was strained due to misunderstandings and lack of communication. 3. True strength lies within. The sisters' inner strength and resilience helped them overcome challenges. 4. Forgiveness is key. Omo's apology and Ao's forgiveness reunited them. 5. Family ties are precious. Sisterly love and loyalty triumphed over external influences. 6. Wisdom and knowledge should be used responsibly. Ao's cautious approach to the Egbin's power contrasted with Omo's impulsive decisions. 7. Appearance versus reality. Ota's charming facade hid his true intentions. 8. Self-reflection and growth. Omo learned from her mistakes, recognizing the importance of trust and family. 9. Balance and moderation. The story highlights the importance of balancing power, wealth, and relationships. 10. Loyalty and support. Ao's unwavering support for Omo demonstrated the value of loyalty. These lessons can be applied to everyday life, reminding us to prioritize relationships, integrity, and self-awareness.